I'm waiting for the interviewer to come. I'm quite nervous right now.
You have any trouble coming over to Zhonghua?
Oh, because I look up the bus beforehand.
Oh yeah.
I just don't want to get lost on the first day.
Oh yeah. No. Cool. No, thank you for coming over. I'm happy to have you here. So you're interviewing for the a global content writing position here as part of our global marketing division.
I'm home from the interview. So, I had quite an interesting conversation with the interviewer. I think he is a very nice and friendly person, and he definitely made me less nervous during the interview. In general, it was a great interviewing experience for me. However, I'm not very optimistic about my chance of getting the job because during the interview, he didn't ask questions like, when can you start or what's your salary expectations? Interviewers usually ask these kind of questions when they consider you, right? So, yeah, it was a bit sad, but it's okay. I mean, being rejected during your job search is such a common thing, universal experience. Now I would just have to focus on getting more interviews, so wish me luck, guys. And I have an interview tomorrow for a job position. I need to teach an English trial lesson so they can evaluate my language ability and my teaching skill. One of the most common situations you will need to use English to express what you want is when you go out to eat. Now, I have arrived at the station I need. It's quite noisy here at the station. I am a bit early, like 1.5 hours early. I have a tendency to be late. That's why whenever I have something important I need to attend, like a job interview, I will try to be as early as I can. Like today, way too early. This place that I'm interviewing for is a little bit far from where I live, so I need to take the local train. I've been living here for so long, and yet this is my first time taking the local train all by myself. And I'm like, I learned a new thing today. I don't know if it's just me or it's just human being. Uncertainties make me nervous. When I have to go into something unknown, there's this unsettling feeling that never goes away. So the interview is finished and I'm home now. So the good news is I passed the interview. The not so good news is I'm really torn right now. I don't know if I should accept this job. And I know, coming from someone who don't really get anything going on right now, who can hardly get an interview these days, it just sounds so ridiculous, I know. But there's a lot of things I need to think about if I accept this job. One more thing is that the only reason why I get this interview is because I know someone who knows someone who works with the school. And that's a good thing for me, but then at the same time, it also proves that it's not what you know, it's who you know. At the same time, I also feel like, yeah, I'm not good enough to get anything on my own. I kind of just have to rely on other people. And I wish I can just give you hope that I can just apply to anything and then I get the job. It's just that simple. I wish I could give you that hope. But the reality is I can't. I got the interview and maybe even I passed the interview because, I know someone who knows someone. I'm still applying now. I keep sending out CVs, but this is like my last interview. I have nothing else lined up after this. I feel so torn, so exhausted right now. I can't think. If I have someone, let's not go there, okay? Honestly, I know myself so well that I know I can figure this thing out. I just know. Still, it doesn't make these moments less difficult. But anyway, I believe the universe wants to help me. The universe is not doing this to harm me or with any little attention. I just need to keep showing up, right? I'm about to go out for another job interview. This one is for an HR assistant position for a software company. Honestly, I don't really have really high hope because this interview will be conducted in Chinese, and as far as I know myself, my Chinese is not the best. Anyway, we will see how it goes. I will give you guys an update when I get home from the interview.
在台湾工作应该已经是超过了，所以还是想要待在台湾。
对，应该是会待。
为什么想待在台湾？
因为我其实还蛮喜欢这边的生活的。我觉得台湾这边的生活就很安静，然后
安静。
对。
跟哪里比起来？
So I just finished my interview and I'm currently sitting in a cafe right now. About the interview, it went better than I expected. They asked me a lot of questions and I was able to answer most of them smoothly. Obviously, they wanted someone who can speak both languages and they were hoping I could handle both markets, like Vietnamese markets and Taiwanese markets. Although my Chinese is not the best, in my past I already had experience using both Vietnamese and Chinese to communicate with management and clients. So I'm pretty confident this is not a problem for me. But of course, it's my self-confidence. And they don't know me that well. They cannot just, base their decisions on, a belief. But anyway, we will see what their decision is. Yes, so until next time. I do speak a little bit of Chinese, like around, I would say like intermediate level, like for conversational, like daily speaking. So what made me interested in this vacancy of interpretation? I would say that at first it must be the fact that the job will involve the use of English like a lot. I have always enjoyed communication and helping people communicate clearly, especially across different languages and cultures. So I just finished the video interview, and the HR staff just sent me an email for this position, and I supposed to reply, and I will need to take a language proficiency test. Here's the thing, I don't really want to accept this job. I know, coming from a person who is currently unemployed, that sounds quite entitled, but this job sounds like you do need to invest quite a lot of time and effort, because it's not just normal translation, it's medical translation over the phone, which means you would be like the bridge between a doctor and a patient. Maybe I'm just too entitled, or I'm thinking too much of myself, but I don't feel like working such a job for only $5 per hour. I'm not a rich person. I live in a very small room, so I do understand the value of money. That's it. For me and my own personal circumstances, $5 is really not a lot. I work and live in Taiwan for quite a while now, and even Taiwan minimum wage per hour is already like around $6-7. Like if I just find a waiter job, I would make more. I have another job interview this Friday. It's not a remote position. We see how that job interview goes. Honestly, I really do not want to accept this position. And like I said, yeah, maybe for a lot of people out there, $5 are a lot of money, but for me it's not so. If it's a mismatch in value, then people like me shouldn't accept this job. Like, it's also not good for the company to hire an employee who is already like not satisfied with their terms since the beginning, right? Well, anyway, thank you for listening to my rambling. I'm going through a very difficult time in my life right now, trying to find a job and then going through a breakup. Everything just comes down on me all at once, and I feel very, very overwhelmed and also scared. But I'm trying every day. It's the only thing I can't give up right now, which is trying. I can give up most of other things, but if I give up on trying, I will never ever be able to change my life circumstances. Let's wish me luck, and I'll give you an update maybe sometime soon.
所以你也会去做 FB 投放是吗？
对，但是我主要就是负责这些
投放的部分。
对。
那你可以分享一下关于你那时候投放的一些功效嘛？比如说你那个时候的一些投放的所达到的一些 KPI 之类的。
I'm home. Today's interview was so long. The whole interview was an hour and a half. I was interviewed by the company's manager He asked me a lot of questions. He asked about my previous job experiences. What exactly did I do in my previous roles? Basically, just a lot of questions, which I don't mind. But after over an hour of constantly talking, I started to feel my throat getting sore. The company seemed to be a quite nice company to work for, but it was quite far from where I live. It took me an hour to get there and then an hour back. And because the interview ended right around the time when everybody gets off work, so the train was so crowded. When I got home, I am so tired, really tired right now. However, I think I am interested in this position and in working for the company. I've had a few interviews so far, but this is the first company that I've ever felt like I actually want to work for. That said, they will be thinking about whether they want to hire me or not. I hope they will. For now, let's just enjoy our dinner and drink some cold tea. So yesterday I got a phone call from a company. They wanted to offer me a job. They interviewed me online a few weeks ago, but then I didn't hear anything from them, so I thought I didn't get it. The job is a part-time position. It's also a marketing job. On one hand, this is just a part-time job, not ideal, but I don't have any other job offer yet, so this is probably the best. I'm gonna accept the job offer, and I need to go to apply for a work permit next week before I can start on the position. You know, as a foreigner working in Taiwan, you need to apply for a work permit. Of course, I will keep applying to jobs, but for now, this is probably gonna be my job for a while. I think I might end my diary of job searching here, since technically I get a job even though it's just a part-time job. If there is any more update in the future, like I find another job, then I will give you guys a quick update. But for now, this journey has come to a temporarily happy ending. See you in my next video.